Hello guys, I'm Matin from Networkersum technical team. Today the video concept is Introduction to GitHub Repositories and GitHub Account. Then let's start about configuration part regarding GitHub. For that, we need to do some small changes into our physical device that are, first of all, we need to configure the username. Like who is the user, who is the working with this thing, this kind of things. Like to get a track of the record from which mail the repository is going to work or which user is going to upload these things, what is the username. Like in corporate network we can discuss about, we have n number of developers. In previous example we have seen that if it is a product based company, n number of users will be there. Service based company means we will have some n users. Let's start about this part. First of all, we need to configure two things, guys. First one will be what we can say, guys. It is a username. Like what is a username? Like it may be our name, it may be the organizational name from which, like we can say that we have two type of companies where we can say one is service based company, another is product based company. Product based companies, they hire some service based companies to work for their own projects, like analyzing of data, like customer support, like this, because they will work for the product base, but they're working service based regarding that, giving the access. For that, they want to know the which user is working with which product. For that, your name, like here the command will be get config / we are going to configure this by global user dot name. Here we can go with, you have to enter the details in quotes. Here it will be your name or anything what you want to give. Then coming to this part, the second configuration will be like getting to know that we can say that name, like a, like we can say that in every company the most common names are Vishal, Arun. We can say that we have Karthik. Like this, here you can say that we have multiple number names like similar. In the, if you go with the any corporate, you can find these common names. Like if he is some guys, they will call Sayyed. Like this, if you can say that by using this you can get a track of the user. No guys, we cannot track this, and we need to check the global configuration like username. It may be mail 9 to configure who is working with which part. Let's here the second command will be get config / global, then username user dot email. Then here you can see that enter your email ID. These changes need to be done. This we will see in the further. Let's discuss about some basic commands which today we are going to discuss. The first command is get init. This command we use widely to initialize a Git folder. Like we can say that a new repository is created, or new folder is created, or you're going to work with a new project. Then you are going to create a new folder. For that folder, we are going to initialize this thing with a init command. It is used to, it is going to create a git folder which is hidden. We cannot see by directly. We need to see here. We need to go with our show git. Like this, we have what guys, show git. Like this we need to go. show hidden folders. From there, here you can see that. After that, we have one more command, that is get status. It is used for track. It is used to track the changes. Like here you can see that the status of the repository. Here you can find that which file has been modified, which file has been tagged, or which file has been untracked, or which file has been added. Like these things you can search. You can get to know here. It is used to get track record of any repositories files, like modifications, tracking. Then we can say deleted, tagged, unattached. This kind of things we can get to know from this. Then we have one more command, that is called git add. In get add, the command is used for adding the files into the Git repository. Get add. For example, we have created new file. All the Git repository will get to know that what file has been added, what we need to perform, what activities to be needed, what changes, like what file it need to be tracked. Like we have, if we take a React application, if we will have nearly thousands of lines, projects. Like here we can say it, we can work with the components like a UI, we can work with the model, then we'll work with our backend server, then we work with the APIs. Like this, we have n number of files. Some files we won't get a track, like logs we should not uh, get to know that. For that we will go, will get add, and here we will use get has two commands, guys. One is get add and file name. If we want to add multiple files, oh sorry guys, to add a single file, if you go with this, we have one more command, that is get add dot. It is going to add, multiple files. Like we have discussed about it, in React we have multiple components. And one more command widely we will use, get commit. This command we will use it for, like by for adding the messages. Commit message, commit message. I'm telling here commit message, we are going to use this message for commit message. Like here the commit message include or identified that, like if we are going to add any changes, like what we have done or added into the file. Like if any new developer or any company or any employee, to get to know that what has been added, what changes has been done to the code, to get to know the knowledge, for that we will use get commit command. Then we have one more that is widely used command, that is get push. It is used for pushing the our local repository to cloud. These are the we will use command, guys. Now we will come to our real concept, that is GitHub. Now I will open the GitHub browser. We will discuss about the GitHub overview of the GitHub picture. Let's I will log into our GitHub account. Let's log into our account GitHub. It is a complete overview of the project. Just wait a minute, I will delete this folder. It is, or else it may be no problem. Yeah, here it is a complete overview. Here you can see that we have the desktop dashboard. It is a admin dashboard or your user dashboard, which we are going to see when we create an account. We have seen this in the previous concept, like what when we are how to create an account of the GitHub. Let's come to our picture. First of all, we will discuss about types of licenses. Here you can see that we have the pricing component. Let's come to here. We will have types of licensing, total three types of licensing, guys. One is a free user. Then we have one more team. It is used for the individuals or organizations who are going to work with the multiple projects, like multiple reviewers, pushing, draft, code overviews. Then we have pages, wikis, environmental deployments, secrets. Like these conditions, we are going to use with a queues plan. One more, we have enterprise. First of all, we will discuss about enterprise plan, guys. If we come to enterprise plan, we have two types of enterprises plans. Two types of enterprise plan. Enterprise plan. One is on premises and off premises plan. If we come to off premises deployment, on premises deployment, we are going to deploy the our services or GitHub server on our location. Here we need one. First of all, we need licensing or subscription, guys. Then we need, second one is, we need what? We need a hardware requirements. Hardware requirements, it required total 20 core processors, and we required total 200 GB of RAM, 200 GB of storage. It required and 64 GB of RAM. This is the minimum requirement. If we go with the off-premises deployment, then we are going to deploy these services on GitHub Cloud. GitHub Cloud or GitHub on our GitHub server. Here in our on-premises deployment, we can deploy the services on our cloud also. on our own cloud. Like we won't want to give access to the GitHub to track to what the changes are we are doing in our cloud, what performance we need for the organization security. We are going with this kind of things. Let's come to our concepts. Here we will have. Then here we can see that here you can see security repository rules, audit log API, SOC. Here you can see that ATO, SML login, advanced auth, contact, GitHub contact. We have CI/CD pipelines for per minute 50,000 CI/CD minutes. You can work out with 50 GB of package. One more we have that is called GitHub Pro. It is dedicatedly for the students who are who has this college mail ID. They can work out with this kind of subscription. For this, we need a GitHub developer member or GitHub Access. Okay, guys. We will come to our repository. Then we have one more that is called your organization. Here we can discuss about we have two types of enterprise editions and organization. In organization, you can create your organization. You can create multiple organization. It won't impact. For this, you don't require any additional licensing. Like here, if you come to here, GitHub Enterprise, here you can see that you don't have any enterprises designed for the business or teams collaborating on GitHub. Here you will come to organization. If I want to create a new organization, I can create just simply just I can go with a free plan times. It is not mandatory for the having the license for the organization. Then let's come to our public profile, like what things we need to display. Like here you can say that if I come to here, open new private window. Like here is my public profile. Like here you can say that it should display the my name. Here you can say that what is Muhammad Mateen Hussain. If I want to change here, let's come to here. What I have written, if I add here Syed, if I come here, just save, update profile, it is going to update. Let's come to private. It is just, if I refresh this page, now here you can see the site has been added. Here you can see the new repository. Previously it was not there. Here you can see that if I want to remove my mail ID, like public mail ID, I want to show or not show. I should not want to showcase my public mail ID. Here I can work out with this. Here you can see where public email ID. You can manage to verify the mail address. Here you can manage everything, guys. It is dedicatedly to your. For we have one more here you can say GitHub developer program. This program is only dedicated for the software engineers who are working in the industry or college students. They can access to get and take access from this. To verify this, you need to enter your call organization mail ID, which may be Outlook or Gmail. It is a day when you give your organization mail, it is going to access the GitHub developer member. You will get a good profile. Then we have one more, guys. Here we can see that if I come to here, we have repositories. How many, what mean the repositories, guys? Many guys we have used the repositories. I'm from starting, I'm telling that we have local repositories, local, like this I have discussed you many times. First of all, here you can see, first I will come to here, this part. Here you can see the new repositories. Here I will create a first, it is my first repo. First repo. Here you can see we have two kind of, one is public and another one is private. Okay. Now, how many of you know public and private? Public means we are given the access for the repositories which any user can access. Like we can say that we have Google Chrome. How many of you know that Google Chrome is an open source? If you want to create your own Google Chrome like Brave, or if you want to go with any separate browsing, like you want to, if you create your own dedicated browser, you can work out with this. Means it is an open source repository. So all are are uploaded in public, which you want to showcase your talent or showcase your effects. This kind of repositories are present in the public. Then we have one more repositories that is called private. If we come to private part, let's think about this. If you want to work with the public but you want to give a security organization like security to provide a security, like if you want to work with your team itself, no one should be do anything like dedicatedly product based, like if your company has been some dedicated information or dedicated security information, if you want to work with this, here you are going to work with the private. Then we have initialize readme. I am not going to work out with this kind of things. Then we will discuss about get.ignore and choose license in depth in the further videos. I will create a new repositories. Okay, guys. Next, first of all, we will see initialization of the GitHub to our repository. For that, first of all, I have tell that we need to configure the GitHub. For that, open the CMD. What was the command, guys? Get config. Yeah. Search global. Here it will be Syed. Syed Matin. I have entered this. Then we will come to here same part. Just we need to add our mail ID. That will be GitHub user dot email. Here we can see that if you want to check the configuration which is present, here you can see the mail is added. Now we have worked with our configuration part. Just create a new folder. We have two kind of pushing methods. First of all, we will use CMD. Then we will go with the one more call folder, that is by using Visual Studio. Just come here. I am creating this videos folder. Here where the folder will be first repo. Here you can see that we don't have anything. I will open this folder in the Visual Studio. It may be any ID if you want to work out with this. Let's create a simple program that is sum of two numbers in Python for just working with this a equals to int of. That's all, guys. Here if we now I need to open terminal. First of all, I am going to initialize the get. We have seen get. If you come to our folder, here you can see that just one folder is present. If you want to check the GitHub file, just come to hidden files. Here you can see that get.ignore. The file has been created. It is going to track the everything what we are going to work out with files. Then come to here. Then what is the first command, guys? First of all, initialization. Then we are going to not add any file because our file has been added. Come to here. Then get add. What is our file name, guys? Sum dot py. We have added sum.py. Then we are going to add get commit /m. Here our message added 5. Then it's enough, guys. Here you can see that one file has been created, 3 in section creator mode. Here we have added. Then come to here, we have committed message. Then we are going to work with get.branch. Means in the repository we have multiple kinds of branch. We'll discuss this concept in the further videos. Come here, paste this, enter. You have branch, created a main branch. Then we need to add this command, add remote repository. Here you can see that it is successfully added. Then we are going to push /m /u. Yeah, here we can see that signing with your browser is connecting to our GitHub repository. Authentication complete. We need to provide an authentication for our authorized Git ecosystem successfully. If we come to here, if we come to our browser, come to here first repo. Here you can see that the sum.py file has been added. Then we will see the one more method that is working with repositories. Here let's come to our part. We have seen one method. Okay, if I added here, if I remove this part, if I come here, I will see equals to a plus b. Here I can pass a parameter as c. It is a variable. If I control C, here you can see that what has happened is change the line. Here you can see the trunk. Here you can find the modified tag. Like this file has been modified. Let's come to here. What is our message? Updated code. Just enter. Here we can go with push origin. Let's come to push origin. If here you can see before the login, here what code is present, guys. Here you can see if I refresh this page, here you can see the message updated code. If I open this, here you can see that these kind of things. Just let's stop this kind. We will see the second method. I will close this completely. Come to our folder where we have created. Here let's come to back. Here for that I am going to install nothing. Here let's come to here. Create a folder that will be second repo. I will open this repo in our IDE. Just open where is this our IDE. Here I'm going to create multiple files, guys. I'm not adding any dot. It is on the random names. Here you can see that I have created multiple files. Come to here, your ID. Here you can find source controller. Here come to initialize the get repository. Before that, I will show you. Here you can see that any file is available, guys, or folder which is related to .git. You cannot see any folder. I will click on initialize the repository. Here you can see that one folder has been created by initializing repository. Here if you want to add any commit like what, here you can see that it is untracked. Means this file has been no recording of the tracking of the information. We'll add added files, or as per your wish you can go with this kind of things. Yes, push to repository. Here you can see that directly private or public if you want to create. I will create a public. Let's come to our GitHub. Previously, how many repositories were there, guys? Only two, guys. One was new folder, one was first repo. Now here you can see that second repo also has been created. Here you can see this kind of files are present. This file has have been added. Now let's come to here. Private. I will open this GitHub. There is our account. Here now you can see that total three repositories are there. First of all, you have worked with some guys. Now if you want to do this repository to private, like you have gotten some confidential information into these repositories, come to here settings. Here you can have scroll down to here, change the visibility, change to private. I understood. Make this repository private. Now if I come to here private, where is the browser? Just a refresh. Here you can see the second repository has been vanished. Yes or no, guys? Okay. That's fun for the second video, guys. We'll see remaining concepts in the next video.